Open it up, front row, right, Bill.
Urban, did you expect to get in, and what was it like when you saw that it wasn't you?
Well, my daughter said, you know, it seems like every year we're sitting around my room right there watching TV and waiting for something to show up. It's been that way for a while, and we'll continue to be there for many, many years. So, did I expect? I hoped, you know, to expect. I didn't study it that much. You know, the whole conversation with our players has been ever since that loss was laser focused on our opponent, laser focused on your job responsibility, and they've done that. And it would be an injustice for me. You know, ESPN asked me, how can we, you know, what can they do better? I don't know. I don't know. Did I expect? No. Did I hope? Yes.
And what are your thoughts about playing USC?
Well, I know their coach a little bit. I've not studied them on videotape. Obviously, Ohio State versus USC are two traditionalist programs. I understand we're going to be in Dallas, which is a great city, and playing a great stadium. Haven't had much time to think about it, other than I think it's been about 4 minutes now. But we're excited, and our players, you know, I just really want to do right by our guys, because our guys have been fantastic, man. There's been very little issues. There's been, every day we had some tough injuries that we fought through, and I want to do right by these players.
Back row right, Clay.
I guess that's the value of this game, because as you said last night, the playoff seems to be everything. But the value of winning, beating a traditional, almost Big Ten, Pac-12 kind of rival.
Yeah, I look at it a little differently. That I've not fallen into that trap about nothing else matters.
Yeah.
I'm anxious to see that thing go up there in 2000 and what year is it? 2017. Right there, you imagine I'll be up next week. Big Ten champions, and Billy Price is officially our ring committee chairman, and it's going to be a big one. He told me, which is fine. Make it as big as you want. So I put a lot of stock into what these guys have done.
Third row left, Dan.
Urban, have you had much chance to talk to your players since the playoffs out?
After the game I did, and that was more about enjoying the moment. I sent out a text to them. They deserve a day off. I see one of my guys right there in the back. What's up, world? You know what's really cool about our players? They know we love them, and they love us. And this is a really good team, man. Really close team. That you know, I've had teams where you kind of go out in the practice field and you're like, I'm not, you know, just don't feel good about that guy, that guy, that guy. I don't have that. And so I'm anxious to, we're gonna have some fun in this bowl practice. We're gonna do our very best to win it. And our players know we're not gonna change the way we do our business. We're gonna try to go win a game.
To those guys who might be disappointed about what happened, what's kind of your message to them to kind of keep their spirits up as they get ready to play this game?
Well, you have to understand they're not kind of disappointed. They're probably devastated. But that's one thing families do. How do you handle devastation? You get around those you love, and let's go back to work. You know, there's other ways to handle it, and that's not appropriate. And we all know what those other ways are. Handling devastation or disappointment. The way that I've learned, and the way we try to teach our team, because it's a family approach here, is how to handle disappointment. Get together, man. Let's go. We'll be fine. It's going to sting for a while, and then get around those you love and care about and move on.
Second row left, Ari.
Urban, you've had a national championship team here. You've gone to the playoff multiple times. I know that it stings in the moment right now, but when you look at the whole body of work this team has and where they were last night and what you've seen, and now that you can actually reflect on it, is this team, did you think that this was a national caliber title championship team?
Sure.
Were they playing as well as some of the teams that actually made it to that stage? And
sure, we are finished top 10, and I saw the stat, top 10 offense, top 10 defense. We had to replace 6 guys that left early for the NFL draft. We have a very powerful recruiting class coming. It's a very healthy program right now. But what really matters to me is guys like Whirl, is guys that I can't ask Chris Willie for something else. I can't say, I need you to do this. He's done. And that goes where I can start listing the names. And that's all at this point in my life, my career, that's all I want. I want to coach guys I like. I want to be around guys I like. And do I think this is a national caliber team? Absolutely. We had a bad loss. It happens. So move on. We're not going to look backwards. I promise you this. We're going to look forward.
Far left, Matt.
Last year, you know, at this time you were in, but you didn't experience what you got to experience last night. This year, you have that conference championship. Can you speak of the value of that? Even though your guys are devastated, how much value do you put in what you guys experienced in winning the conference title?
I thought you were going to ask me about the birth of my grandson. You said you could experience. Remember, that's when he was born on Selection Sunday a year ago.
That's much more deep, yeah.
Okay, I lost track of the question. What was it again?
Well, the value of the conference title and experiencing what your guys experienced last night.
Right there.
Yeah.
And you can never take that out of there. You know, and that's, I want to make sure if you, some of you maybe don't get an opportunity, but around this facility, I'm kind of bizarre about this. I want to make sure guys like Worley, when he brings back Little Worley someday, and I want him to see pictures on the wall of what those guys done. And so there will be a wall for this team. This is going to be, this is a special group. And Big Ten Championship that will never change. Look at 1916 as your first one. And that's always going to be, how do you measure team success? Sure, national titles. So often that's out of our control, what you saw. And get to Indianapolis and find a way to win the Big Ten Championship.
Front row right here, Tim.
Yeah, Urban, just a question. Alabama lost its last regular season game to Auburn and was basically dominated in that game by Auburn when you watch it. You guys had the bad loss, but you rebounded with 4 straight wins. And like you said, you have quality wins over 3 teams that are in their top final 15 or 16. Do you get the sense now that the committee had its mind made up going into yesterday that Alabama was better than you guys no matter what? What's just your sense?
Tim,
about,
I don't know. You know,
yeah.
I didn't study it at all. You know, I didn't, and I'm not going to. I mean, I said this to ESPN, just the way I was raised. I've always admired people that have a job to do and go do it.
Yeah.
Now do it right, do it the best you can. You know, that's why journalists, when you got a job to do, go do it. Now do it right. Don't create issues, because I'll disrespect the hell out of you if you do that. Wherever you got a job to do, go do it. Same with our players. Our players had a job to do last night, to go against the top 4 team in America. Excellent defense. And one of the top, you know, Heisman candidate at tailback. Our guys had a job to do, go do it. USC had a job to do. They did it. They won their conference championship. And the College Football Playoff Committee had a job to do. It wasn't easy. I'm sure that was, can you imagine that room? But you got to respect and move on. For me to sit here and start worrying about it, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not
forward.
Yeah, but this is 2 straight years that the Big Ten champion has not gotten into the playoff. Last year was Penn State. You know, this year, that's just the way it flows or goes.
I do.
Yeah.
You're ready for the bowl game.
Yeah. One last question. JT Barrett, what did he prove to you last night more than anything else? Maybe over the week.
Yeah, he's not had to prove anything anymore. I mean, it's been, you know, when a trainer looks at me and says it's 50-50, automatically mine goes, that's 80-20. You know, then as it gets a little closer to the week and boy, it's looking good, 60 or 70%, okay, that's 100. You know, he's a rare guy, rare beat, and so he doesn't need to prove anything else. We need to go find a way to win this bowl game.
Far left, Doug.
You seem to be have a very interesting, I don't know, vibe about you, of the way that you're handling the situation. That it just seems like the overriding thing is just sort of like pride in your team, and what happens happens. Why is that the overriding emotion for you at the moment, if that's what it is?
Partially because I'm exhausted. We got in at 4:30 in the morning. Second is that it's a genuine, sincere love from our guys that they've done everything right, and I want to make sure they continue to do everything right. And they have been nothing but, I think, you said pride in my players. I love them, and we're going to get this one, right? We're going to go find a way to get this next win against a great team.
And I understand the idea of you guys moving forward and looking forward, but when we've talked to you in the past and talked to other coaches, we know that the losses stick with you, right? When sometimes it's hard to get over it. Just knowing what this team is and how good this team is, not right in the moment, but in your career, is that Iowa one just going to be one that you're just going to shake your head about?
Probably, I hope not. You know, the younger Meyer guy, yes, to the point where he couldn't sleep, couldn't do this, couldn't do that, but can move on.
Front row right, Austin.
Urban, to follow up on something that Doug asked, you talked about your team. You expect they're probably feeling devastation and disappointment. That's normal. Are you not feeling any of that right now? Like you said, you seem to be in a pretty good state of mind about it. Is there no element of those things that apply to you right now?
No, there is that. And I want to have a team meeting. I wish we could practice today. I'm sure they would rather not. I just want to get around those kind of guys, and I have to hit the road recruiting. But oh, sure, I just handle it a little differently than I did in the old days. And sent out a really nice text to our players recently, and they'll move on.
If I had to make you pick something, I mean, how would you describe how you feel right now and what you saw when that bracket went up? What you thought?
I sunk in my chair at home because I really thought we were in. I kind of looked at it and stared at it for a minute, and then my thoughts were to them because I've been very fortunate to be around some really cool things, and there's a group of players now that really deserve that opportunity, and that's what I thought about.
And final question for Coach, second row right, Tony.
Urban, the trend of players sitting out bowl games, you didn't have to deal with that last year being in the playoffs. Do you expect that to be an issue? How would you handle it?
I don't know. I remember last year's first time, and I really didn't study it because I was like, what's going on here? And those are all situations that you handle on a case by case. I would hope not, but once again, this is all happening real fast. And, I think our players are very close, and they want to go out to find a way to win this game.
Great. Coach, thank
Thanks,
you very
guys.
much.
Can I ask one last thing, Urban? Do you see down the road an 8-team playoff?
I don't think so. I just don't know how you do that with these guys. You know, so let's go another 2 weeks, another 2 weeks, now you're in I don't know.
Great. Coach,
Thanks.
thank you very much.